Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. From this video onwards, I'm actually going to start off with a video series where I would be discussing about how to create WordPress websites from scratch. I will show you step by step with the help of various plugins, themes, as well as templates available how you can make your own WordPress website. You can create it for your clients, you can create it for yourself, sell it, be it any e-commerce website, be it any learning management system website, a simple blog, whatever it may be. I'm going to show you how to create such websites from scratch. I am a freelance website designer and I like to explore new things. There are various websites and various channels on YouTube which provide such tutorials. I've got a huge inspiration from such tutorials, such videos, and such channels. I will also leave the credits and the back links to those YouTube channels who have always inspired me to create my own content based on the same niche. So keeping that in mind, I'm starting my particular playlist with this video on how to create a learning management system from scratch with the use of a theme which is called as WPLMS. WPLMS is one of the top sellers when it comes to learning management systems for WordPress. As WPLMS is providing a huge set of applications, huge set of functionalities and features, it becomes the number one choice for any education needs, be it any academy, any institution, or any college who wishes to provide learning management systems online. They can opt for this particular theme. I have one of my own websites. Let me show it to you. It's called flipschooling.com, which is completely designed based on WPLMS only. I use it to sell courses. So basically, this is a particular website. This is the particular interface of that website. It's really intuitive. It's really interactive. As you can see, there are n number of courses available on this particular website. You can use it to sell courses, or you can use it inside your organization as a learning management system as well. So this is a paid plugin which costs around $75, but it gives you a lot of features, and along with that it also provides you 6 months support from this particular developer. So I actually have this particular plugin, so that's why I'm able to explain the various functionalities and features of this particular plugin right now. On YouTube, there are multiple videos where they have designed websites based on WPLMS, which was actually based on the version 3.x. But now, on 10th December, the latest version of WPLMS has been released, which is version 4.0. And there are a huge number of changes in the existing version and the new latest version. So the website you can see over here is designed based on the older version, but the one I'm going to show you in this tutorial will be based on the latest version of WPLMS. So this is all about the introduction of WPLMS. Let me show you the features what this particular website gives you. For example, this particular plugin provides you the option to create your own courses, as similar to websites such as Skillshare, Udemy, and many other online course websites, from where you can enroll to a particular course, complete the course within some particular amount of time, get the certificate, and get certified from that particular website. Similarly, you can add your questions in the form of quizzes, you can add your videos, you can upload your YouTube videos as lectures to the courses. Similarly, you can add attachments, you can uh, add some sort of drip course feature. Drip course is nothing but, for example, you want a particular course to be displayed only after one of the previous courses have been completed. This feature is very useful if you want to check whether your students are completing your assignments on time or not. Once your students have completed the assignments, then only the next set of features or next set of courses will be available for the student to perform. Similarly, you can create the courses from front end. This is one of the best features I have seen over here. There are n number of other plugins available, n number of other themes available which provide the similar sort of feature, but the course creation from an instructor's point of view from the front end is missing in all those learning management systems available. That is what I feel makes this particular plugin a standout option as compared to the other ones, because this gives you an option to create courses from the front end as well. You must be having a knowledge that whenever you're allowing the users to interact with the backend, you're actually opening some backdoor entries for attacks to happen. I'm also an ethical hacker, so I know how important security is from any website's point of view. So if you allow the instructors to gain access to the backend, they may end up doing something to your website. So to avoid that, we need adding courses from the front end, which is very much available in this particular plugin, in this particular theme. There are other themes also available. For example, LearnPress, LearnDash. There is one theme available, Eduma. All of these are similar to this particular theme only. Some of them are having the options of adding courses from the front end, but they are available as an add-on package for additional payment. So this is what I find useful in this particular theme, that it is giving it included inside the package only. Similarly, the next thing is you can create your certificates, you can create your badges. Whenever a student completes the course, the badges will be displayed. Similarly, you can add your own add-ons. For example, drive feature, you can upload your files on the drive and allow the students to access their drive. So there are n number of features available over here. Let me show you the quick demo of my website, which we are actually going to design in this particular video series. This is the front section. We have already seen it. It basically is like the introduction to what this website is all about. You're asking the students to start a free trial. They can click over here. Once they click here, they are redirected to the registration page. So this is how the registration page looks like. It's basic registration. The registration is done, and after the registration is done from the students end, the admin will receive the request, and after the admin's approval, the particular student will be accepted. A similar thing goes with if you are an instructor, you will have to apply as an instructor, and the admin has to accept it from the backend. So that this is just an added layer of security just to avoid any spams or any bots to access your website. Next up, we are having this beautiful section. Here, there's a counter of how many courses are available, how many instructors are there, how many students have enrolled to your website, and how many categories are there. All these values can be added from the backend, or you can say with the help of some page builders. We are going to see what exactly is a page builder. We are going to make use of a very beautiful plugin which is called as Elementor. You must be having the knowledge about what exactly Elementor is all about, and we are going to make use of Elementor Pro plugin. Don't worry, I will mostly focus upon the free features of Elementor, but there are few areas or few sections where we would be needing Elementor Pro features also. But don't worry, towards the next section, I will tell you how to get Elementor Pro without shelling a lot of money. Next up. This is how the client testimonials page will look like. You must have seen n number of websites where they upload client testimonials. This is something like that, right? So this is completely static. You can change the values from the backend with the help of the Elementor Pro. This is how it is, right? Next up, all those instructors which are available in your website, you can highlight top 3 or top 4, 5, 6, whatever you wish. Top instructors on the home page. Students will obviously have a look at the instructor before enrolling to the courses. So if you're having top class instructors on your particular domain, on your particular website, you can add those instructors over here. Next up, we are having this enroll to the course page. This is a very beautiful looking page. I have added a video at the background, and it's basically a counter, or you can say it's a countdown, which says that in 7 days, 21 hours, 42 minutes, and 4 seconds, this feature is going to disappear. You can change the backend as per your wish, and whoever wants to apply as an instructor, they can either click this become an instructor button, or they can simply fill this form and get enrolled as an instructor. The next section is all about the popular courses. Right now, these are all dummy courses that I have created for the sake of this demo. uh, all the courses which are available will be shown over here with a small button beneath. You can have something like more courses, or you can have different pages where multiple pages will link to multiple courses, right? So to end this particular section over here, we are having this little footer. The footer is all about some extra information you would like to provide to your customers or to your students. You can add those details over here, and followed by a small subscription form, or basically this is a newsletter. I will show you how to create a newsletter with the help of a free plugin, MailChimp, right? At the end, towards the footer, this is all about the copyright information. By the way, this is my website, learnityourway.com. I will be showing you how to create this particular website you are having right now in front of you from scratch in the upcoming sections. To end this particular demo, let me show you how the instructors homepage looks like, right? So let me quickly show it to you. So let me quickly log in and show it to you how this thing looks like. So this is an instructor's homepage. This is how the instructor's dashboard looks like. I have 4 courses. I have 0 assignments. I have 5 students in my courses, and I can send announcements to those courses from this particular area. Similarly, on the left hand side, you can see what are the various courses I am teaching. Click on courses and you will see these are the courses that I am teaching. Similarly, I can manage those courses from here. So as explained earlier, I can create courses from the front end. This is the most useful feature, as you can see right now. So right now I can create the courses from the front end without even interacting with the back end. So this is one of the most secured features. Similarly, I can manage the quizzes if any, similarly assignments. I can also manage the students who are enrolled to my courses. As you can see, these are the students. I can simply drag and drop the various courses I'm having, and I will get the list of students. I can also download those list of students as a CSV file. If you open it, this is how it looks. The status of that student, whether he or she has started the particular course or not. So this is very simple and very interactive. Similarly, this is a section where all my activities are being stored. So this is one of the most required feature that have been implemented in this WPLMS 4.0. It is basically an audit section where you will come to know what are the various activities that you have performed. In case you have deleted certain section from your course, you will come to know which were the sections that you had deleted by mistake or by your own intent. Similarly, next is your profile. You can change your gravatar, you can change your avatar from here, you can change your personal details by simply going into the edit section. Next up is the shop. This entire website is based on one of the most proliferant plugins available, that is WooCommerce. WooCommerce makes the entire job of e-commerce very easy. You don't need to shell out excess money to hire a programmer to install it, install a payment gateway. WooCommerce does it all. If you are having just a little knowledge about what exactly WordPress is, you can do it on your own. Similarly, the commissions that you earn are being listed over here. So these are all dummy figures. As you can see, this is the graph of the course which I have sold, and these are the various commissions that I have obtained from those courses. Similarly, next session is about Zoom meetings. I can create my own Zoom meeting and share the link with my students, so the students will be able to attend my live sessions also. Similarly, forums. You can create your own forums. You can ask questions. You can allow students to answer those questions and whatnot. So this is how your dashboard looks like, and we are going to design the exact same thing over here. So stay tuned. It's going to be an enjoyable ride where you will learn to design your own WordPress website from scratch. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I would discuss about the various plugins and the various themes that we are going to need majorly for creating this website. Here's a list of all the major plugins and themes that we are going to need. The very first and the primary theme which we are going to require for this website is WPLMS theme. It is a paid plugin which is approximately 5,000 Indian national rupees, approx $75. But I would say if you're really serious about this website, this is absolutely worth it. Secondly, you are going to need Elementor plugin, either free or pro, both will work. But in the case of the pro plugin, there are a lot of features which will add more functionality to your website. So if you can afford, go with the Elementor Pro, or otherwise Elementor Free would also be fine. The third plugin is Post Duplicator. I will show you what is the exact role of this particular plugin. As the name signifies, to multiply or replicate the various posts available, you can use this plugin. Fourth is WooCommerce, because all the payments and the payment gateway integrations will be done with the help of WooCommerce only. Fifth is MailChimp. Using this plugin, we can create a mail list or a newsletter, sort of a subscription based mail list through which you can send mails to your entire mailing list in one go, in one shot. Last one is WooCommerce autocomplete. Now, sometimes what happens is, after a payment is done, your course has to be uh, activated manually by the admin from the backend. But suppose your organization is increasing in size, and more customers are, more and more students and customers are enrolling to your website, then it becomes really difficult for the admin to look into each and every transactions manually from the backend. So in such a case, this particular plugin comes really handy. Again, all these last four plugins are completely free. The first two are paid. First one is absolutely a paid plugin. Second one can be replaced with the free version also, but I would suggest go with the Elementor Pro if you can afford it. So let me show you what exactly is the plan of Elementor Pro. So let me show you what exactly are the packages of Elementor Pro. Have a look over here. This is the price chart of Elementor Pro. They charge around $49 per year. It roughly estimates to around 3,400 or 3,300 rupees per year. So if you're planning to go for only a single site, this is the price you have to pay for accessing Elementor Pro. Now the question you may ask is, all these plugins might be available somewhere in the public domain for free. Then why to pay for them? Because they are already under the GPL license. If you're not aware of the GPL license, let me show it to you. What GPL license conveys is, any product under the GPL license is a free product, and it can be shared, it can be modified, it can be even sold by individuals or organizations. It clearly mentions that any product under the GPL license version 1, 2 or 3, you can resell it, you can share it, whatever you want to do. You can modify it according to your needs, according to an individual's or organization's needs. But the catch is, the amount that is shown over here is for the support that they are continuously going to provide you in the form of updates and technical support. As you can see, updates for 1 year and support for 1 year. Similarly, they might also be having some other functionalities, other premium features which will not be there in the case of a free GPL licensed plugin. So it's around $49 per year. I would recommend go for it, because you will be getting continuous 1 year updates from Elementor Pro in short, and you would be able to access all the features, all the templates, inbuilt libraries that Elementor Pro has inbuilt. I would suggest go for it if you can. Otherwise, you can stick with the Elementor free version also. That will also suffice our particular website in front of us. Well, don't worry if this particular price over here or this seems very huge. Don't worry at all. I have Elementor Pro GPL version with me. The only thing is, these developers charge you for the support and the updates for one particular year. So what exactly happens is, if you have the GPL plugin with you, you can use it with as many websites as you wish. but the only thing is you will need to download the updates manually and upload them on your web server at a particular interval. What I am doing is I am having Elementor Pro plugin with me. So if you want to have the Elementor Pro plugin at a much cheaper rate with monthly updates, whenever there would be updates, I would be uploading them on the same link. So you can have this plugin if you wish. I'm not asking you for 500 rupees or 1000 rupees or anything of that sort. You can simply name your price. If you wish, you can even enter zero. Yeah, you heard it correct. You can download the product for free by simply entering zero over here, add to cart, and just placing your order. As you can see, just go to the cart, go to checkout. I have to log in first. Once you are logged in, you can get the product, place your order, and that will be downloaded. You can download it for free, as you can see it over here. I'm simply asking for the suggested price because of all the efforts that I am putting into creating this tutorial for you. It's entirely up to you. If you wish, you can add any amount between 0 to 1000 and download the product. So that's it about Elementor Pro. WPLMS is also available as a GPL licensed product. But what happens is WPLMS requires an activation key for setting it up on a website. So if I provide you the GPL license, the WPLMS plugin, you won't be able to upload it on the site because the newer version of WPLMS 4.0 requires an activation key to be entered on the website. So so you have to buy it from their official website. I would provide the link over here in the description box. Kindly go to the website. It's around $75 lifetime, and you will get support for 1 year. I already have WPLMS on my dashboard. As you can see, I've already bought it around 7 to 8 months back. So my support has expired. 6 months support has expired, but I would be getting all the latest updates from WPLMS whenever there is any update. So what happens is you have to download the license certificate along with the installable WordPress file. These two files are very important because the license certificate will consist of your purchase code, activation code, which you have to enter while installing or setting up your WordPress website. Second, this is your actual plugin that is installable WordPress file only. Let me download it and show it to you how it looks. It is around 5.7 MB in size. This is the theme. In fact, no, I'm continuously calling it as plugin because I just mix up with plugin and themes. So this is a theme which is basically used to create your website. This is how the theme looks like. It has a number of features and number of add-ons, and along with that, as you know, we are going to make use of Elementor Pro and many other plugins and themes just to support the website creation. So that's it about this introduction. Let us get started with how to host your website and then start creating your website from scratch. So let's start talking about the hosting. As you know that whenever you want your website to be viewed by the entire world, you need some sort of a service which is called as hosting. You would be using some resources of the hosting provider, for example, the server. You would be hosting your website on that server, and that web address or web URL can be accessed from the entire globe. But on the contrary, if you are designing your website, developing your website using a local host, you can make use of XAMPP server, WAMP server, or LAMP server. Just for testing purposes, you can do so. In fact, I have also designed my website using XAMPP, and then I will be showing you how to create the exact same replica of the website using a live hosting service. I'm using Hostinger.in as my hosting service provider. As you can see, this website, this one, and along with that, this website also, that is learnityourway.com, my main domain. All of these websites are hosted on Hostinger.in. Why so? Let me tell you. Uh, First of all, price. The price they are providing is very cheap as compared to the existing service providers, and along with that, the services I am getting from it. This is all my personal experience. I am not promoting any one particular hosting provider. I am simply sharing my experience, what I have garnered so far. So this is the list of services they are providing. I have opted the second package because I also work as a freelancer, so I require a lot of websites inside a single hosting package. The first one, if you see, it is 59 rupees per month. So it is providing you only one website hosting, and around 10 GB SSD storage. So if you are new to website development and you want a personal website, then you can go for this particular plan. But if you wish to extend your reach further, if you wish to create websites for your clients as freelance web developers, you can opt for the second package or the third package. I have opted for the second one because this is satisfying my needs, my requirements from a web hosting service. So I'm getting around 20 GB of SSD storage, 100 websites I can create. I can also create 100 subdomains for free. I'm getting free SSL for all the domains, all the subdomains also, unlimited bandwidth. And along with that, Cloudflare also. As you can see, Cloudflare is also provided. Cloudflare is basically protecting your servers from DDoS attacks. So this is what I'm using right now. It is entirely up to you. If you are favorable towards any other hosting provider, then you can obviously go with that. This is what I use, and I would be showing the tutorial with the help of this hosting. Hosting doesn't matter. The entire internal structure is completely independent of whichever hosting you are going to use, right? So this is the hosting I am using. What you can do is, after you create your account, after you do the payment, this is what it will look like. This is my website, learnityourway.com, and this is my domain also. So what happens is, you simply go to the hosting provider, and this is the dashboard you will see over here. Before starting with any WordPress website, you require a database. So what you need to do is, be it any subdomain or domain, whatever it may be, you need to have a separate database for that particular website. In my case, I want a subdomain. Why so? Because I already have a domain, learnityourway.com, and I have around 100 free subdomains at my disposal. So I will be creating a particular subdomain for this particular site, learnityourway.com. If you're working only with a single site, then your domain name is self-sufficient. You don't require any subdomains. For my case, I'm using a subdomain, so it would be lms.learnityourway.com. I already have created a subdomain. Let me show you how to create one subdomain. You simply go to your H panel. In this domain section, click on subdomains, and you will see a list of subdomains that you are currently having. I already have one subdomain, LMS. Let me search it for you. Yeah, here it is, lms.learnityourway.com. And in your case, it will be your domain, so you don't need to create a subdomain. But for those who are wishing to create separate subdomains for each of their websites, you can simply enter the name of the subdomain over here and click create. Now the next stage is setting up SSL. SSL is very important because, as you can see, I have SSL set up on my website on all my subdomains. It is already secured with AES. So what happens is, any information which is flowing through this website is protected using SSL security. So if you are creating a subdomain, immediately you won't get SSL installed. Similarly, if you are just starting with your website hosting, you won't get your SSL pre-installed. You have to go to your SSL service over here, or in short, you can see that whenever I went to SSL, I got the list of subdomains or domains which are already protected using SSL. What you need to do is, you simply need to go to your home, go to your hosting, and then scroll down to something like this SSL. When you go inside this, you will see a list of domains and subdomains that you're having, which of them are having SSL installed and which of them are still having SSL pending. Once it loads, it will look something like this. All the subdomains are listed over here. So what you can do is, you can simply go to your particular domain over here. You can select it from here. For example, learnityourway.com. If you're having multiple websites, all those websites will be shown over here. I'm having a single website, learnityourway.com, but all these are subdomains of that main website, right? So what happens is, if you're installing a SSL certificate on your main website, then also you would require SSL certificates for all your subdomains. That you can do from here, because all the subdomains will have their own hosting, separate hosting. So you will be requiring SSL for all of them. So what you can do is, you can simply select your domain or subdomain from this drop down list, click on it, and click on install. It's as simple as that. So Just setting up your SSL is very much required because it will ensure that your data is secured on the internet. So we are done with setting up SSL, we are done with setting up hosting, and the next thing is now creating databases. What you need to do is, again, you go to your home, go to your hosting, and scroll down to something like this, MySQL databases. Now click on this MySQL database, and you will see a list of databases you're already having. In my case, I'm having some 5 databases, but as I have already explained that we will require a separate database for our new subdomain. So what happens is, be it a subdomain or a domain, you would require a database separately for that. So what I can do is I will simply give a name to my database. Now, as I'm working on an LMS website, I will keep it simple. The database name could be LMS. I will also keep the username same as LMS only, and you can give any password you wish. I have already entered a password. Click create, and the corresponding database will be created. Why database is important? Because everything you store on the website, every data, every piece of data, tables, your images, etc., all of them will be stored inside your database. So this is how the database looks like. Now let me show you 2 scenarios. If you are having only a single website, the next thing is you would require the installation of WordPress. Now, it depends on your hosting provider. In my case, Hostinger is already providing WordPress installation. So what you can do is, in your hosting, you can see there is something like this, WordPress. I'm talking this from a single website point of view first, and then I will talk about how to install WordPress separately on a subdomain. So what happens is, when you go inside your single website dashboard, you will see something like this, WordPress, and there will be an option to install WordPress. In my case, WordPress is already installed, so I am not doing anything. Here you will see an option of installing WordPress. If you're running a single website on your hosting, you simply need to click on install. Just follow the steps, next, 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 and you will be having your WordPress installed on your website within few minutes. On the contrary, if you're having a subdomain, the process is slightly lengthier, but again, it's very simple. Let me show you how to do it. First of all, go inside your hosting, scroll down to files. Now, if you're not using Hostinger, if you're using anything else, the overall architecture remains same. Instead of files, it might be file manager or something like that, but it will be similar only. Go inside your file manager, and you will see a dashboard, something like this. This is basically your file structure or your directory from where you can access your WordPress files or your website files. You simply need to go to the domains folder. This is your main domain. Go inside it, go inside public HTML, and find the subdomain that you have created. In my case, the subdomain is LMS. All of these folders you can see are separate websites over here. So these are the various subdomains, and these are the various websites I am planning to include in my video tutorials. So let's go into LMS. And as you can see, these files are created by default. You can simply delete them without any issue. Now what you need to do is, you need to download WordPress. Simply type WordPress download and you will get something like this. Go to wordpress.org, and over here click on download WordPress 5.6. This is the latest one. It will be downloaded in a zip folder format, and this is how the file will look like. What you need to do is, you simply need to go back to your hosting, that is over here, the file manager, and click on upload. Click on upload files. Select the file that you have just now downloaded on your desktop. Search the file, that is WordPress 5.6. Open it and upload it. Depending upon your internet speed, it will take some time. It is 15.8 MBs in size, so it's almost done. As this is my first video in this series, so I'm going really slow. I'm teaching each and every step, each and every point over here, because from the next videos I'm not going to show you the entire process again and again. You can simply refer this video. Okay, so once you have uploaded the zip file, your next task is to unzip or extract all the files from this particular compressed file. So what you need to do is, you simply need to click on extract and give it any name, for example WordPress. You can even keep it as it is, and press extract. I will also show you the exact structure of your website. Okay, the extraction is complete. Now what happens is, if you go to your site, my site name is lms.learnityourway.com. If you enter this, you will see the WordPress file structure. This is not at all required, because what it is showing you is this is the exact same structure you saw over here, WordPress and WordPress 5.6.zip, as you can see. So now my WordPress website is somewhere present inside this folder. So what I need to do is I need to press WordPress, and then it will go inside the main folder. Again, you have to type WordPress over here, and then the page will load up. This is not at all needed, because you won't be able to remember such a huge URL. So what is required is you go back over here, just check the contents of this folder, of the files which you have just now extracted. These are the files, and this is where the actual website folder begins, or the website directory begins. So what you need to do is you need to select all these files and move them to the actual location that is inside this LMS. You don't want this WordPress, one more WordPress. You want all the files to be present directly in this LMS folder. So you simply click on this change and select LMS, and click on this lower left side, select this, okay, and then click on move. So now you can see that all the files will now be moved directly inside the LMS folder. Now we don't need this WordPress folder because it is empty now. So what you can do is you can simply and safely delete this WordPress folder. So now we have copied all the WordPress files on our website. Next step is, now you can go back to your website, that is lms.learnityourway.com. When you press enter, WordPress installation wizard should pop up. And this is what is needed. Now you simply need to create your WordPress installation. You will be needing three things, that is your database name, database username, and password. So we already have created our database. Now you simply need to go back to your hosting provider. In our case, it was Hostinger. Go to the database section, and the database which we had created just now, copy the credentials. For example, MySQL database. Copy this name, go over here and paste it over here. Similarly, you have to copy the database username also. You have to copy it and paste it over here. Last thing is your password. Simply enter that and press submit. So once you're done, this is how the message is being displayed. All right, run the installation. Once you click run the installation, it will ask you or prompt you for your website title. I'm just keeping it simple. I'm just keeping it as LMS. You can obviously change it later on also. No issues with that. My username, I would like to keep it as this. This is my password. Obviously you can't see it. And secondly, I'm also giving my email ID, and press install WordPress. Once this is done, you will have to log in once in your admin panel, and this is how your admin panel will look like, or your dashboard will look like. So now we are done with installing WordPress on our server, and now we can start creating our WordPress website, LMS based WordPress website from scratch, which will look exactly similar to this one. So stay tuned. The very first thing that we are going to do with this website is we are going to install a plugin which is called as WooCommerce. Now what exactly WooCommerce is all about? WooCommerce is basically a plugin which makes all the e-commerce related activities streamlined. So to install that, you need to go into this plugins section, click on add new, and then you will be able to search for a plugin that is WooCommerce. So simply type in WooCommerce, and the very first plugin, that is by Automatic, you have to install that. Once it is installed, you simply need to click on activate to activate the plugin. After activating the plugin, you will be able to see this setup wizard. What you need to do is you simply need to type in your address. For example, you can type in Mumbai, and then your country, India, and then go to Maharashtra. After this, you simply can keep it Mumbai only, and this is my pin code. After this, there's an option if you are setting this up for a client or you are setting it up for yourself, you can choose anything you wish and click continue. In the next page, it will ask you in which industry does this store operate. Whatever is your website is all about, you can select that. In our case, it is education and learning. So I will select this and press enter. How you are actually going to sell your products? It would be downloads because we are not selling any physical products. So it would be downloads and next click continue. How many products do you plan to display? These are all just for server purpose. You can select any value. It doesn't matter. Currently selling elsewhere? No. So it will give you some options. For the time being, I don't need these options, so I will keep them off and then click on continue. Once it is done, it will show you some themes. You can select any of the themes. Right now, we are not going to select any of the themes. We are not going to buy any of the themes which they provide. I will stick with the current active theme of WordPress by default, that is 2021 now. Okay, we'll set up the WPLMS theme later on. They will also try to sell you a Jetpack plugin, but we don't require Jetpack for our website, so I will simply click on no thanks. After it is done, your initial WooCommerce setup will be done, and we will keep it aside for the time being. We'll come back to it at a later point in the video. At this junction, let us set up our theme, that is going to be WPLMS. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go to this particular section, appearance, and click on themes. What you need to do is you are going to upload your theme which you have purchased from WPLMS. So you have to click on add new and click on upload theme. You will be given the option to choose your file. I have the file on my desktop over here, so I will simply drag it and put it over here and click on install now. After a minute or two, you will see that the theme is installed successfully. If you have a correct folder, correct file, then it should not give you any errors. The most general error that happens over here is we actually get confused between plugin and theme. Like I was initially in the video, I was speaking about plugins and interchangeably using the words plugins and themes. This is actually a theme. Sometimes what we do is we, instead of uploading the file through the appearance theme section, we upload it from this section plugins and end up having errors. So kindly avoid that. So after we are done with this, you can go and click on activate. This will activate your WPLMS theme. Once you click the activate button, this is what you should see. This is the installation wizard. Just select any one of these options. So for the time being, I'm selecting this university, or you can change it later on. It doesn't matter. In the next step, it will give you some options to download the pre-built templates. There are many templates available over here. You can select them, but my intention is to teach you from scratch how you can build your own website. If you are building it from scratch, it gives you the total freedom of how you want your site to look like. So for that purpose, I will skip this particular step. And on the next page, you will see the various plugins you are going to require. I will select all those which are free. For example, all these are free, so I have selected them. You see that there is also an option of conferencing through Zoom, so you can take your live lectures also using this system, and click continue. Now what happens is, as I had told you earlier, that WPLMS is also belonging to the GPL version 3 license, but still it requires an activation key or a purchase code. So you have to enter your purchase code and then you will be able to proceed further. So I have my purchase code, I have entered it, proceed to next. As you can see, all of the services which I had ticked in the previous page, they will be installed and activated now. So don't skip this step. It is very important you press continue. These are very important plugins from the website's point of view. So let it download and don't skip this process, otherwise you will have to install them manually. So right now we have installed all these plugins and press continue. Okay, this is the page where it is asking you that you can import some demo content, but as I have already explained that I am going to show you from scratch how we can design our own website, so I will skip this for the time being. And finally, it will ask me for some default colors, primary colors I would like to keep. I would continue. So let's click on this view your website. This is how our website looks like. Nothing close to what it actually should look like, but don't worry, we are going to design it from scratch, so it will take some time. Now if you want to see your dashboard, you can go to your dashboard and see if any errors have occurred or not. Obviously over here, as it is very evident, you can see that our website is still not secure. But why is it happening? We have SSL security for our website, right? So why is it saying that your store does not appear to be using a secure connection? The thing is, by default, WordPress sticks with the HTTP version only. So what you need to do is, you need to go to settings, click on general, and over here at this location, WordPress address, instead of HTTP, make it HTTPS and repeat the same over here as well. And then one more important thing is, change your time zone, because you're part of a UTC plus 5.5 hours time zone. Select that, otherwise all the times on your website will look somewhat 5.5 hours behind. So select that and save the changes. After you're done, it will be prompting you to log in once again, and you need to log in using the credentials that you have provided. After you have logged in, now you can see that the prompt which was earlier telling you that you need to have a secure connection, it's not there right now, because you have now switched to a secure website. Now what we need to do is, we need to do some basic settings in the LMS plugin. So click on this LMS over here and go to settings. Once you are inside settings, we are going to see how our course will behave, what are the various settings we need to make in our courses, what are the various ways in which students can enroll to our courses, how the instructors are going to create their courses. These settings can be changed from here. So the very first thing you need to do is, you need to go over here, student login redirect and instructor login redirect. This is basically, once I log in into the website, I should directly go to the dashboard. The same applies for student as well as for the instructor. Similarly, it's up to you, but if you wish, you can allow only one session per user. So for example, if I have logged in with one ID, I can't log in with the same ID, because there would be only one session active for that user. This is good from security point of view, to avoid multiple logins from the same user. Similarly, next up, this is very important. Enable message to instructor in course page, enable it, and enable course content button in the instructor profile. What this does is, it allows the instructor to create the course from the front end. That is what I had discussed in the very beginning while introducing you to the WPLMS, that it allows the instructors to create the course from the front end itself. So we don't need to worry about the admin panel being exposed to the instructors. That won't happen over here. Next up, display WooCommerce account and profile, enable that. If you're having a terms and conditions page, you can select that page from here. Right now we are not having it. We'll see how we can create a terms and conditions page and add it later on. Similarly, enable student menus. Yeah, we also want enable instructor menus, we want it. Next up is assign free courses to students on account activation. It depends on you. For me, I am not keeping it enabled, so I will keep it as it is. Just make sure everything over here is everyone. Next, you can do this thing, hide members section in single course. What it does is, if I am a user of your website, I would be able to see all those members. I don't want it. I want to keep the members privacy secured, so I will hide all the member sections in the course page. The count will be visible, but the details about each member won't be visible. Similarly, I can show the curriculum or the syllabus of that particular course just beneath it, right? Next up, something over here, yeah, you can show the course badge and certificate in pop-up on course details. Okay, next up, enable course duration. Sorry, next up, this is a login pop-up. For example, if you want your courses to be only available to students who are having accounts on your website, then you can force them to log in and then only they can move ahead. Similarly, enable course duration from the start course. This is basically for timed courses where a particular course has to be completed within 4 weeks, 5 weeks, similar to what Coursera does. So you can have something like that also. Next is course timeline in accordion style. Let me show it to you. If I go to any particular course, suppose this is a course, Introduction to Machine Learning, okay, and if I click on this introduction section is having two subsections. So once I click on this plus button, it is falling beneath that introduction only. So this is what we call as an accordion style fashion. So I would keep that over here, show curriculum in accordion style. And next up, what you can do is next everything can be kept as it is. I guess this is more than enough. If anything is required, we can come back later on. And next up is enable front-end course deletion. No, we don't want this because once a course is there on the portal, we would not want it to be deleted. Otherwise, all the students who have paid for it may feel cheated. So keep this as it is, no issues with it. And that's it. Just save the settings and come to the dashboard. So we are done with the basic LMS settings over here. And next up, what we are going to do is there are few more settings that needs to be done. Otherwise, we may face some issues later on. So what you need to do is simply search for Vibe over here. Yeah, this Vibe BP and go to settings. Over here, there are two buttons. For example, when user logs in WordPress, he is also logged into Vibe BP. Just select these two buttons. This will make sure that whenever you are logged in into the website, you are remaining on that website. Your session is maintained unless you log out of that website. Otherwise, on every page, you will have to log in again and again. This is very important. So that needs to be done. Similarly, the same thing, global login. This also needs to be ticked. And at the end, you can simply go and save the settings. So we have done two type of settings. So right now we have set up the LMS settings and we have set up the Vibe settings. Now what we need to do is we are having a website for courses, right? So we need to create some courses. We need to create some registration forms through which the users may log in into our website. So let's see how to handle the new user signups and registrations. For that, you simply need to visit your website. It will open up like this. Copy the URL and open this in a new incognito window. Why I'm doing so? I'm doing this just to make sure to see how the website looks to a visitor. Because as I was already logged in as an admin, I may not be able to access the registration page. That's why I have opened it inside an incognito window. Okay, so after the URL, simply type /register. As we can see, there is already a registration page which has been created for you by WPLMS theme. So we don't need to create one more page from scratch. The registration page is already there. What you can do is you can add or delete certain fields if they are not required. For example, this external links field is not required, so I can delete that. So what you can do is you can go back to your admin panel over here, go to LMS, go to the users over here, yeah, and go to this profile fields. Once you are inside the profile fields, here you can see these are the same tabs or same forms which are visible to the end user. So what you can do is you can add or delete certain features from it. As I was saying that this external links is not required, so I can simply delete this from here. It's instantaneously deleted. So if you go back to the incognito window and refresh this page, you will see that the external links have been deleted. Clear? So now what we need to do is we can add a certain field. For example, as you know, websites such as Udemy, Skillshare, etc. allow the users, the instructors, to sign up from their websites. So we can add a new field over here. For example, signing up as, and then you can add two options, and options can be added with the help of a drop down box. So you can select drop down select box, and over here you can type the first option as student, keep it by default, and add the second option as instructor. Just make sure that this particular option is required or compulsory. So requirement is required and save it. Okay, as you have done this, you can go back and check in this incognito window. This should pop up signing up as, and it is required, so you can select either a student or an instructor. Clear? So this is how we can create the profile field. Next up is we would require certain courses. We need to create a course as well as an instructor. So what I'm going to do is I will create an account, an instructor account. So for that, what I will do is I will randomly type in my email ID as my username. I can keep the same. I can even add one name over there, but I would like to keep my username as my email ID only to make things clear. Okay, next up, I need to add some password. I can add any password of my choice. Okay, I will add the same password. I can copy it from here. Okay, the copy option is not available, so what you can do is you can add the password manually. Okay, and give your name, gender, then your birthday. I'm selecting any random value from here. Okay, select your country and then sign up as an instructor. First of all, I'm showing you what an instructor dashboard looks like. So select instructor, click on complete sign up. Once this is done, you will receive an email on your account. You have to go there, verify it, and then you have to come back. As you can see, this is how the email from the website looks like. Thanks for registering, and it is going directly to inbox. It is not going to the spam section. So what you need to do is you can simply click on this link over here, or I can copy it, copy the link address, go to the incognito mode and paste it over here. Once this is done, I need to click on activate, and then my account will be activated. Now you may ask the question that what if a student registers as an instructor? For that, what happens is all the control is with the admin only. Even if you have signed up as an instructor during the registration phase, still the admin needs to approve you from the backend. So for that purpose, you need to go to the users panel over here, and you will be able to see all the users over here. What you need to do is, now this is a new user registration from this email. So I need to go inside that user. As you can see, by default, the site role given to you is student. This needs to be changed. How it can be done? Let me show you. First of all, go to the edit section and check whether the particular person has applied for a student or as a instructor. As you can see, the person had selected instructor as the sign up account. So we now know that this particular person wants to register as an instructor. So what I can do is I can simply go to the user section once again. What I can do is I can again go back to the users section, and I can select this particular instructor over here by checking this box and change the role to an instructor and click on change. So from now onwards, this person with this particular email ID will be considered as an instructor, as you can see it from here, right? So this is how we can add an instructor to the website. Everything is done from the front end. The only thing is the activation and the verification part has to be done by the admin. This has to be done, otherwise the control will be left to the instructors. Anyone can sign in, anyone can sign up as an instructor and create courses of their choice. Just for quality assurance and quality check, this has to be done. Right, so we have set up our registration pages, and now what we need to do is we need to create some courses. How to create a course? Before that, I will start showing you how to set up our basic homepage. Once our basic homepage is done, we can start creating our courses categories, etc., etc., etc. right? So now we are going to start with the most interesting part, that is creating our home page. For that, what we can do is we can simply go to the pages section over here, and as you can see, there are many pages available. These pages are created by WooCommerce as well as by WPLMS. So we are not going to make any changes over there. We are going to create our own home page. So just click add new and create a home page. What you can do is you can simply give a title as home and publish it. You can view this page, right click over there, open in a new tab. This is how your web page will look like, but as you can see, the URL is somewhat different. It is not pointing to your actual home page. It is learnityourway.com/home. We don't want that. We would simply like this to open up whenever we type in just this much, lms.learnityourway.com. So for that to happen, what you need to do is you need to go to your settings section, that is over here, settings, and go to reading. Once you're inside reading, you need to make some changes over here. As you can see, your home page is not set to any particular page. You need to set it. How? Just click on this, a static page, and select the newly created page, that is home, as your home page, and then save it. Once you do this, you can refresh this page, and now you can see the extra slug, this is what we call as a slug, is removed, and this is how your home page will look like. We are going to start designing this home page with the help of the Elementor plugin, and we'll try to make it look as similar to this as possible. This is our end goal, and this is where we are present at the moment. So from here to here, it will take some time and some determination. So let's get started. So we are going to require a plugin called Elementor. So for that, simply go to your plugin section, go to add new, and enter Elementor. This is the plugin we are interested in, that is Elementor Website Builder. It must have been provided along with the WPLMS. If it is not there, what you can do is you can simply install it. In my case, it is provided along with WPLMS. Only thing is I need to update it. This is the free version I'm talking about, and if you want the pro version of Elementor, you can obviously go to my website and download it, as I have already mentioned to you in the very beginning. So this is updated. So let's go back to the plugin section and upload the pro version of Elementor. Again, click on add new, upload plugin, and choose the plugin. In my case, I'm having the plugin on my desktop, so select it and install it. This will install the Elementor Pro on top of the existing Elementor free version. Activate the plugin and start using it. So we are done installing Elementor and Elementor Pro. Now what we need to do is, as already explained, we are going to start with the designing of home page. So what we need to do is you can click on this home page and just refresh it, and you will see an option of edit page. You can click on edit page, and this is how it will look. Now you have the option of edit with Elementor. Click on it, and now the basic default page builder will be selected as Elementor. This is how the page looks like. This is your blank canvas, and now you have to bring in your creativity and start editing this particular page. We are going to start with the very first section over here, that is this beautiful section. I am having a very good collection of images. I will share it with you along with the various other contents in the description section. You can click on the various links and download the content for free. So let's start with the very first section over here. This is the first section. As you can see, the menu is like this. It automatically rolls back when I slide the page, when I scroll the page. So we need to have a menu something like this. So for that to happen, what we can do is we simply need to open this web page and customize it. So what happens is, first of all, refresh this page once and then click on customize. This is the default customizer for any WordPress web page. As you can see, there are two different sections over here. We don't want this as well as this. We want only one of the top menus. So what you can do is you can go to the header section over here and select this sleek one as your main home page and click on publish. Now you can see that the top layer is now not visible. I'm talking about this top layer. So this is removed. So if you select the sleek one, this will look better. Now we also want the menu to scroll whenever I just scroll my web page. So for that to happen, what you can do is you can simply go back to your dashboard, go back to this WPLMS section and select this option header. When you are inside the header, there will be multiple options. We won't look into it now. We will be looking into it later. But for the time being, just select this option, fixed top header on scroll. You can change it from static to fixed on scroll and save the changes. Once this is done, you will now be able to scroll the header whenever there is a content beneath it. Same like this. Okay, so now let's go back to it and refresh my page. This is how my page will look now. The top thing is gone. We need to set up the menus. Obviously we will do that later, but for the time being, let's get started with designing this beautiful looking section. For that to happen, what you need to do is, in Elementor there is an option to add a row. Because we are creating a section, so each section will be treated separately. So as you can see, in this section there is only a single row and we have few animations beneath. So what we can do is we can click on this add new section and click on the very first option, that is add a row. It is nothing but it is having one row and one column. Over here you can see that it is having one row and two columns, and likewise. So this is what we are going to select, and as you can see there is something written over here, so we need some sort of a text box or a text. So what you can do is you can simply click on this. What you can do is you can simply click on this heading, drag it and drop it over here. Now whatever you will type over here, that will be automatically displayed. What I will do is, to keep the video short, I will simply copy it from this section and I will paste it over here. Right now what we can do is, as you can see it is present in different colors. What you can do is, first of all, we are going to change the styling. I want this to be an H1 header, simple HTML. Then I will go to the style option and I can change the styling from here. I will basically keep it black by default, and later on I will be adding the styles. You can make the text look bolder. Just go to the typography and you can increase the weight by from 600 to 700 or 800, whatever you wish. You can select this. You can then keep on changing the weight according to your wish. I will keep it 700, and then let me change the font size also. You can play around. I will prefer something around 60-64. So this is my font. Now you can also change with the type of the font. What you can do is, again, you can go to typography and you can select any font you wish. So let's select this font, Salsa, and here it is. It looks good, right? So what we can do next is we can simply close this. Yeah. What we can do next is we can give some colors to it, but there is a limitation because this is a single section, so we can't have different colors for each of the fonts by default, but we can do that with some little CSS styling. What we can do is just go to content, and I want this part to be colored separately or differently. What I will do is I will select this part. Okay, if it is visible, I will select this part. I will add an HTML tag span between this and this. So I want this much part to be under, I want this much part to be inside an HTML tag span. What it does is it allows you to add some different styling to only this much part. Okay, next what we will do is we will add a style. Inline styling we are doing, it's nothing but it's simple CSS. So what we are doing is we are simply adding inline styling to it, and I'm writing color as the tag, and then you can give any color. For the time being, let me give it a red color, and then we can change it later on. So now you can see how it has got the color over here is different. So what is the color over here? This color I can simply get by looking into the content section. Yeah, this is the code for that color. Simply copy the code. It's in hexadecimal. Go back, and instead of this red, you can enter this, and as you can see, the color has changed. So this is how you can simply drag and drop and create your own sections. One thing I can notice over here is this is the demo website. As you can see, it is from one end to the other end, so it is occupying the entire width of the section. But in this case, as you can see, the entire width is not occupied. So what we can do is we can simply click on this section over here at this hamburger section. This will select the entire section. What you can do is click on it, and on the left hand side click on this stretch section button. So as a result, the entire section will be stretched. The height should be fit to screen, column position, stretch, vertical alignment, middle, overflow, hidden. This should work. Yeah, as you can see, this looks somewhat like this. What could be the issue? The issue is very simple. What you need to do is you simply need to go to this other section, the customize section. As you can see, the layout has to be changed. What you can do is, by default, the layout, the theme is utilizing the central section of the page only. I want the content to be spread entirely using all the 100% width. So I have to use this content and then publish it. Now, if you go back to your Elementor and refresh this page, this is how it will look. Now you can see it is utilizing all the 100% width over here. And now you need to make some changes to the font section. Just select it and make it central or center aligned. Now, what I feel is it is using up a lot of space. So what I can do is I can again click on this section, go to the height and set a minimum height, and then I can change the height according to what is perfect for this page. Now I think so this is looking good. Just update the page and refresh it. So this is how it is looking right now. Slowly we are reaching there. Now let's add the background image similar to this one. I have downloaded these images from pexels.com. I have an entire video on how to download copyright free contents from the various sources available on the internet. You can just check that link and download the copyright free images and use it on your website. So for the time being, I am simply using these images. You can see that this is the image which is required. So upload all the images in your media folder media library first. Then it will be easier for you and faster for you to upload them directly onto the home page. Now what you need to do is, first of all, select this entire section, go to style, go to background, and over here select this classic option. You will see an option to add an image. Choose the image, that is this one, and select insert. This looks nice. Next up, we are almost done with the first section. We can see that there are a few more texts which can be added. So simply copy those texts over here and go to this section and add one header. It can be either a heading or a text editor. Simply pick this heading and place it over here, and whatever you have copied, you can directly paste it over here. Okay, this is how it will look. Now you can align it to the center. You can keep on playing with the color. Let me see. Yeah, white looks fine, white is visible. Or black, no, white is fine, white is visible. So we can play around with the font style. I guess we had used salsa earlier. We can stick with it. Let's see how it looks, or otherwise we can use any other font. Yeah, it looks fine. We can increase the size if needed. Yeah, it looks good. Let me change the weight of it. 700, 800, it's looking fine. This is cool. Okay, so this is how the website would look. Let me update this site first and open it in a new page. See, this is how it will look. And if you are careful enough, you can see that whenever I'm scrolling my page, the menu is also scrolling along with it. So this is what we actually had wanted, right? So it is taking shape. It is looking nice. Now what we need to do is, as you can see in the demo website, we are having a button and these three small sections over there. So to have the button, it's very simple. Again, go back to your Elementor, click on the refresh button, and then simply drag this button and place it over here. Yeah. So now we need to do some styling to the button to make it look similar to this. What we can do is we can change the color of the button. We can add all the colors we want. We can change the content of the button by clicking on it and then going to this particular section. Yeah, instead of this click here, we want something like this. What is it present over there? Start a free trial. So we can write start a free trial. Fine. Now we need to give some colors to the button. Let's go to style. Background color can be changed. If I want this color only, the previous color, I simply need to copy the code of that color and go to the button, go to the background color, paste the code over here. And as you can see, the color now looks very bright and it matches with the main theme of the website. I'm not following the exact same pattern that I have used over here. I may be doing slight changes to it just to get a beautiful output. I will basically try to get a beautiful output and in fact a better output than this. So I'm just trying out multiple combinations. So this is how it will look like. And now we can give some border radius to it. So simply click on it, select this border radius button and you can add some radius. As you can see, the borders are now getting curved, right? Similarly, you can add a border to it. The color can be changed from here. Okay, now we can see that when I'm moving on top of the button, there is no hover effect. I can add some hover effect also. How I can do so? Just click on this hover button. You can change the color of the button. You can change the background color to somewhat white. I can invert the colors this time. When I'm not hovering above the button, it looks somewhat like this. But when I'm hovering above it, it is turning into white. Now you can see this, right? Now what I want is, I want the text color to get replaced by the pinkish color over here. So again, copy this code, go to style, go to button, in hover, in text color, I need to place this code now, the color code. Now what happens is, they are now inverted. This is how it looks when I'm not on top of the button, but when I move my mouse on top of it, it gets inverted. Isn't it cool? Right? So now I need to move the mouse in the center. Sorry, the button in the center. So this is how it looks. I can increase the button size if I wish. Let me go with this size over here. It can be a medium sized button. I can increase the font size also. Go to style, go to typography and simply increase the font. This looks cool. So now we are almost done with the first section. The only thing remaining is the three small sections over here, these three frames, or we can say these three flip boxes. So what I can do is, first of all, let me refresh this page. This is how it looks right now. Okay, so now I am going to add those three sections over there. What I want is, I first of all need a 3-columned structure. So I would be adding it from here. Then I will go over here and type flip. You can make use of this flip box, and those who are not having Elementor Pro can, I guess, replace this with something icon box. Yeah, icon box or icon grid. Yeah, they can replace it with an icon box. But but you won't be able to get this effect using an icon box. So I recommend you getting Elementor Pro because it adds a lot of functionality and features to your website. So I would be using this flip box over here. What I will do is, I will simply drag it and paste it inside it. I can make a copy, a duplicate, and drag and drop. This is so simple. You simply need to drag and drop and make the changes accordingly. So this is how it is looking right now. What I can do is, I can simply go to this page, copy the content, For example, this is your heading. What I will do is I will copy the content over here. Select this flip box first. There are two sections, the front section, back section, and the settings. So in the front section, let me paste this WordPress LMS and again get the content also. Copy it and paste it over here. So we are done with the formatting. Now the only thing left is the color. So as you can see how we can change the color and the border radius, I will show you. First of all, click this WordPress LMS, go to the background and change the color. Now over here the color is somewhat like this. It is orange, it is the same pink color with some transparency added, and when it gets flipped its color reverses, or we can say it is becoming transparent. So that is what we're going to follow over here. The front side is having the same color as this color, so again copy the color code. It is a very handy color code. We are going to reuse it again and again. So whenever I'm in the front section, go to background. Instead of this background color, select this classic one, go to color and paste it. Now it is looking somewhat like this, but it is not transparent. So we'll be adding the opacity over here. As you can see, this is the opacity of the particular color. So this is how it will look like. But you will be noticing a certain thing that over here, uh, over here, all the three boxes are well inside the first section. But whatever we are designing right now, all the three boxes are not inside the inside the first section. Don't worry, we are going to change that also. One more thing left is whenever I'm flipping this, this background should turn into white. So the the back part has to be changed. Go to back, go to background, select this color, go to color option, go to white and add the transparency that you wish. Obviously this is not going to be visible because the background is white also, because the background is also white. So what I will do is now I will move this entire second row inside the first section. So what I'm doing is I'm inserting all the three flip boxes inside the first section. How to do so? It's very simple. If you remember the margin thing we had done previously, the same thing we have to do, but before that I need to increase the height of the first section as well, because it should accommodate all the three flip boxes. For that, go to the first section, select it and go to the height section and select fit to screen. Now it looks good, right? Now what you need to do is now select this second section, go to advanced and play around with the margin. So I'm going to change the top margin only. I'm not changing the bottom one because it will affect the lower sections also. So this is how it goes. This is how it looks, right? This looks good. Fine. Now I need to increase the height somewhat. So what I can do is I can select the first section over here, play around with its margin. Cool. And then I can increase the height of this section as well. I can increase it by going into minimum height and then increasing its height. Now it looks nice, but still I need some padding because there is as you can see that there is a very little gap between the buttons and these flex boxes or flip boxes. So what I can do is I can add a little padding to it. So go to this section and add a little bit of padding from all the sides. Now this looks pretty well and nearly equal to what we were having over here, right? Okay. You can reduce the top padding if you wish, or the top padding if you wish, because we don't want the top padding. We are only bothered with the lowest padding over here. So what we can do is I can increase the bottom padding without affecting the other sections. This is why Elementor comes really handy, because we can play around with various settings. And now as you can see, this is looking pretty well. The only thing left is the coloring of this particular flip boxes. So what I can do is I can simply go over here and go to the back section, copy whatever color I had selected over here, go to these two flip boxes and paste it in the similar fashion. Go to background, background type, go to color and paste it. This is what you need to do on this side as well. Simply need to go over here, go to uh, back, go to background, go to colors and paste it. Now the only thing I feel should happen over here is the font color, because as you can see, as the background is now getting transparent, you are not able to view the text properly. So what we can do is we can change the content color of the back panel by simply going to this style option and going to the back and changing the color over here, text color. You can keep the text as black. This is perfect. Similarly, the description also, we want the color to be black. As you can see, this is now properly visible. You can add the buttons, but I don't think buttons are required, so I would be removing them. The button is visible in the back panel, so I would simply remove it from here, and it will save a lot of space. So I will simply go to the back panel, click here and remove it. I'm still left with giving some border radius to them. So what I can do is I can click on any of these flip boxes, go to style, go to this section over here, border type, give them solid borders. Same with this, give them some solid borders. Repeat it for all the three. And next you can give them the radius by going into this settings tab, and you can change the radius from here. As you can see, I will select something around 60. Repeat the same thing for these two sections also. Go to the content section, go to settings and change the border radius to 60. Repeat the same for the second one as well. Go to settings, go to border radius and 60. So this is how it looks now. Pretty cool. And now the size is pretty much the same. Isn't it cool? Isn't it beautiful? So this is how we can create the first section using Elementor. I hope you enjoyed creating your first section. Let me get back to the demo web page, and then we can start with the second section. The second section is pretty simple. What you need to do is you simply need to copy it, go back to your main section, click on drag widget and create a row. Once your row is done, simply add a heading and paste the content over here. After pasting it, this is how it should look like. Learn anywhere, learn anytime. Now we know how to give different colors to different sections. So what you can do is you can add a span over here and enclose the anywhere and anytime text within those spans. You can add a little bit darkness over here, little bit contrast over here. Yeah, this is looking nice. Now the next thing which is left is you should add some padding or some margin to it. Margin is fine. Now add some padding. What padding does is it stretches the entire section according to what looks better according to you, right? Fine. So now click on update, and this is how your second section will look like. So we have completed our first section and also the second section over here. I guess this looks pretty fine, pretty nice. isn't it? So whenever you're sliding your page, whenever you're scrolling your page upwards, this is how the menu is also scrolling along with it. So we are obviously going to work on the menu later on. For the time being, we have completed 2 sections. So let's get back to the third section, how it looks. The third section is basically, let me reload it. The third section is basically having some countdowns, or we can say some counters, which are basically the number of courses available in your site, the number of instructors available in your site, and the uh, various categories of courses available. So we can simply do that with the help of the Elementor Pro plugin. Just count the number of rows, number of columns. We are having 4 columns over here. So what we need to do is go to Elementor Home and click on this, the 4 sections, right? Correct. We need to give some padding to it. We need to give some margin to it. So this will look nice. Okay. Again, stretch the section. Now we need to add counters. For that, go to Elementor and type counter. Okay, just drag it and drop it. You can duplicate it 3 times. Simply drag and it's done. Now, according to the web page, we have to make the changes. First one is all about courses. Second one is instructors, students, and categories. So you simply need to make the changes over here. Courses, instructors, categories, or whatever it was, students and categories. So we need to type students over here, and the fourth one is categories. It's really that simple. With the help of Elementor Pro, the work reduces to nearly half of what would be required if we were doing it manually, right? So now you can play around with the actual content over here. Instead of 100, I can have sorry, again it got changed. Instead of this 99, I can have, suppose, 120 courses, right? So it is nothing but 120 courses, and the countdown will go like this. Similarly, instructors, I can have around, for 120 courses, I can have 70 instructors, or somewhat around 70-75, because some instructors may be common in the courses. Similarly, students, for 120 courses, I can think of around what you can say, around 1500 students. Okay, somewhat like that. And categories, I can keep category, there are 120 courses, so I can write somewhere around 40 categories. Okay, and sorry, somewhere around 40 categories, so it got replaced by mistake. So it might be somewhere around 40 categories. Fine, this is done. Only thing left is the color. So I need to again add the color over here. Go to style. Instead of this color, I have my own color, that is this one. If you remember, I need to copy it in notepad somewhere, because I'm going to need it again and again. So copy it over here. Fine. So this is the color that we are going to use throughout our website. So over here, instead of this blue color, I will select this particular color. Do it for the rest of the sections also. Now slowly our website is turning into a real website. Okay, done. So this is how it is looking. You can add a little bit of padding from the top. So what you can do, select this particular section, add a little bit of padding from the top. First of all, unlink all the values and add some padding. Fine, it is looking good now. As you can see, there is padding over here. Clear? So the next section is all about the categories. For this to happen, we need to make some categories first. How to do so? It's very simple. First of all, update this website. Don't lose any work due to any issues. Just keep on updating or publishing the website from time and again. This is how your site looks right now. So for the next section, we need to add the categories. We can do so. It's very simple. We simply need to go to our website. over here and go to something, for example, in the LMS section, there is one option such as course category. Go to course category. Now, prepare at least 6 categories for this demo purpose, for this demo's sake. What you can do is I can have 6 categories exactly similar to this. I can have the 6 categories like AI, ML, digital marketing, cybersecurity, website development, photography, and programming languages. So what I can do is first is AI and ML. I can insert the image also. How to do so? Click on upload, add image, and select this particular image. Add new course category. So we have now created one of the categories over here. Next up, it could be digital marketing. Again, select the image from here. Digital marketing is something like this, SEO. Okay, add new course category. So 2 courses have been added. The same fashion, you have to repeat it for the remaining courses. So I just paused the video and I have created all the 6 categories. Now we can go back to our Elementor homepage. So let's start with the next section. What we can do over here is we can add one feature which is called as categories, or I guess vibe categories. Course category carousel. Yeah, it is course category carousel. You can drag it and paste it in a new row because we are creating a new section, right? So it is nothing but a course category carousel. You can simply drag it and paste it over here. So this is how a course category carousel looks like. But we have to make some changes to it. First of all, drag this section to be a stretched section. Okay, next up, we don't want it to look like a slideshow. So what we can do is we can give full width to it. Next up, this is your carousel. I don't want to show the title, so click across over there. Order by anything you wish. The slider controls, I don't want the slider controls, right? Because I don't want this to look like a slider. Auto slide, no. Carousel block width. What I actually want is I want 3 courses to be displayed in one row. So I have selected this 3 over there. Okay, and maximum number of blocks in one screen. Maximum number could be 2 or 3. 2 is fine. Number of blocks in one slide, 1. Number of rows, it could be 2. So this is how the course categories looks like. Now what you can do is you can add a little bit of padding to it. So click on the section, go to advanced, and you can add a little padding so that the images look proper. Okay, I don't want excessive padding, so keep it as simple as this. Okay, and update. Now there might be chances that few of the images might look elongated or stretched. It actually depends upon the size of the images. All the images should be of the same resolution. So I guess this particular image might be having slightly longer height, slightly more height. So that can be done by simply cropping the images and making sure that all the images are of the same resolution. That is a very minor thing that can be done. So this is your website. This is how it looks right now. If I refresh it, after adding the padding, it looks something like this. It is quite a good looking website at this point of time. You can add padding in between these also if you wish, but I guess that can be done later on. So this is how it looks. It's looking pretty nice, I suppose. So we are done with the 4 sections. The first one, the introductory section, then the second one, only the static one, third, the counters one, and fourth, the various categories. Okay, so I suppose there needs to be little width over here. I can keep it boxed if I wish. I can keep it uh, boxed so that, yeah, boxed will look better. Yeah, this will look much better. The overflow can be hidden. The only the thing is you need to crop this image and it will look pretty much better. Fine. So just update it and have a look how it looks now. Yeah, it is looking much better than the previous one. right? So there are a few things here and there you can play around with, and you can create your own stunning website. So now we have covered these sections. A few things here and there are still left. So let me go back to my demo website and I will be able to show you what else is left. This is our demo website. We have completed this much section. Now we can add the testimonials over here. For that, what you need to do is you simply need to add one more row. Go to Elementor, okay, and add this row. I guess the padding, bottom padding is too much, so I can remove the bottom padding or the content width, column gap, fit to screen. Yeah, minimum height. The minimum height can be reduced. Yeah, correct. So now we can add one row over here. This row is actually a heading row because we are simply adding the headings over here. As you can see, client testimonials. Simply copy that, go over here, add a heading and paste it. Just make a habit of keeping all the font sizes same throughout the entire web page. What you can do is, it was 64, I guess. Yeah, I will stick to 64. And then the style was salsa. Select it. Color has to be black, and the second part has to be uh, pink in color, or the default pink color. So what I can do is, again, I need to add the span over here, and then add style is equal to color, and then pitch in the color. The color is this. Copy it and paste it over here. Close it, close the span, and that's it. But just make a habit of closing all the tags which you have opened. Just update it, make it center aligned, and that's it. Next, what you need to do is you need to add some testimonial blocks over here. As you can see, there is a block. It is so what you have to do is, you don't need to write it or construct it from scratch. Elementor Pro, or Elementor for that matter, provides a lot of features. What you can do is, you can simply go to this particular folder over here, click it, and go to the blocks section. You will be able to search few testimonials over here. Click on testimonials, and for the simplicity sake, I would be selecting only the free versions available, so that even the people who are not having the Elementor Pro can work out with it. So I will select something like this. Suppose this one. Yeah, this is what I had used. Let me check it. Yeah, this is what I had used. You can insert it. You need to log into elementor.com. You can do that. It's a free sign up. You can simply log in over there, connect your site with the Elementor interface, Elementor website, and you would be able to insert the template over here. As you can see, it has been inserted. Simply go to the section, stretch this section. It should look something like this. And now you can play around with these two blocks separately. As you can see, I have added some borders, some padding differences over there. So what you can do is, you can simply go to the section over here. You can click on this section. You can make the width smaller if you wish. Yeah, this looks nice. Same thing goes with this. You can make the width smaller. Now go to style. You can add some border. I can give a border of white color, but I want the border for this particular section over here. So I will be selecting this entire section, and then I will give a border to it. The border color could be white, and increase the width of the border. Keep it 3. Same goes with this. Select the entire section over here. Go to style. Go to border. Uh, Increase the border width to 3 and give it a color black. Sorry, white. So it will be prominent. Same way, you can add some radius to it. Simply refer this website. I have added some lower radius and some lower left and some top right radius to both of these sections. So we have to give them individually. Go here, select this entire section, go to style, go to border, border radius. Now I want radius only for the left section, so I would give something like this. Just before doing this, make sure that you have unlinked this, similar to the margin and padding thing, and now you can give some radius to it. Keep it simple, keep it shorter. I guess 120, 130 would be fine. Yeah, repeat the same process, but this time it should be the top right corner. Again, go to border, unlink everything. Top right means this, and give a heading of give a radius of 130. So this is how it looks. Update it and check how your website looks like. Just refresh the page, and this is how your testimonials look like. Isn't it similar? This is very simple to do such things with the help of Elementor, and it actually reduces your work. So few things are remaining. For example, our instructors. To create this our instructors section, what you need to do is you need to first of all go to the backend first. Uh, Over here in backend, click on users and click on all users. You will come to this particular page where all the users are displayed. Now first of all, find out the instructors. I have this instructor over here, only a single instructor. Just note down the user ID. The user ID is 2. So why is it required? I will show you. Now just get back to the Elementor page. Over here, first of all, I need to add a row because we are adding a section. Stretch this section first of all, then insert this heading. I want our instructors written inside this heading, so I'm copying the previous header and I'm pasting it over here so that the formatting is maintained. Only I need to change the style, the color to black. Typography has to be changed to 64. What I feel is 64 is a little bigger, so I will reduce it from 64 to somewhere around 52. Yeah, I have already changed it to 52. 52 will look nice on it. And also change the font, which is Salsa. Fine. So this is looking pretty fine now. Go back to content and make it center aligned. Similarly, you can add some padding to it because we need some gap between the upper section and this section. So go to advanced and add some padding. First of all, unlink them and add some top padding. I guess 12 is fine. Okay, now it's looking nice. Now what you need to do is you need to add an add-on or a widget from here, which is nothing but it's called as members. So select members and drop in this member carousel over here. Now this member carousel will display all the members over here, but remember one thing, I had asked you to note down the user ID, right? So how to display that particular user ID? It's very simple. There's an option over here, enter specific member ID. So enter 2, and 2 belongs to this particular user, that is this instructor. Similarly, if you are having multiple users, you can display them by adding commas in between. For example, you wish to add the admin also, and as the admin belongs to the user ID 1, that can be done like this. So how many users you wish, you can add them using this simple technique. That's why I went to this particular backend and showed you how you can make use of this user IDs. Fine. So once this is done, you simply need to click on update. Now, as my instructor is not having any profile picture associated with it, so it is coming out to be a blank image. We'll see how to add the profile pictures and update the instructor dashboard towards the later end of this video. So for the time being, this particular section is also done. We are simply left with this beautiful looking contact me section, or you can say the instructor registration section. For this, what we need to do is we simply need to make a section over here in Elementor and divide it into 2 columns. But as you can see, the column width is uneven. This is approximately taking 30 to 40%, and the remaining is occupied by this. So what we can do is we can go to Elementor, select this. First of all, make it a stretched section. Select this particular column. Okay, and column width you can keep it as 60. So the remaining column width will be occupied by the second column. Now, what is exactly present over here is it's having a beautiful looking video running in the background. So what we can do is you can add any video of your choice, but it should actually contrast with whatever font is in front of it. So that's why I have selected a dark video running in the background. So you can go to YouTube. I have already selected one video. You can copy any copyright free videos for that purpose. Just copy the link of this particular video, go back to Elementor, select this particular row, go to style. In background, instead of the images, we need a video this time. So simply paste the video link over here. First of all, go to layout and adjust the height accordingly. You can fit to screen or you can set minimum height. This is how it will look. Now the remaining thing is you need to add this section. It is simple. You simply need to add text over here. So what you need to do is you simply need to drag and drop the text sections and paste this content over here. To save time, what I will do is I will paste this, go to content, copy this and paste it over here and make the changes accordingly. The changes are enroll in course, apply for instructor. So I will simply copy it now, enroll in course and apply for instructor. Okay, now you can change the colors and etc. Other remaining things over here. You can keep it white for visibility purpose. Fine. Apply for instructor, and the next portion is hurry up before the timer expires. So you can copy this and add one more text section over here. And keep it white. You can reduce the size a little bit so that it looks like a subtitle to this previous text. You can increase the size of this for that matter. Yeah, now it's looking fine. The only thing left is there is one counter over here, or you can say a countdown. So what you can do is you can search for a widget that is countdown and you can drag and drop it over here. This looks fine, but we need to make some changes. So instead of this countdown, search for something such as countdown and drag and drop this vibe countdown over here. Right? So now select any date. For example, today is 30th December. Let's select a date, for example, 5th December, and timing suppose 12 p.m. and enter it. Yeah, it is not visible because I have not set the size over here. My mistake, my bad. So first of all, select the size of the widget. This looks nice. Next, you can increase the height of this entire section because in the original website it is occupying the full space. So what you can do is you can increase it to fit to screen, and this looks really brilliant. Similarly, on the second part, that is the second column, we need to add one form. As you can see, there is one form over here, and it is very simple. You can add a similar looking form just by doing this thing. Just go to your dashboard, go to LMS, go to settings, and there is this section registration forms. Go over there and create a new form. Give it a name, for example, registration form, and add the form. Now you can play around with the various sections you wish. Over here you can see username, email, password and name, right? So you can add those fields over here. You simply need to tick all those options which you want. Username and password are by default going to come over there, so you can have name and email. save the form fields. Simply select this entire section, copy it. This is a short code. You're going to need it later. Just copy it, go back to Elementor Pro. What you need to do next is you simply need to add one text editor, copy it and drop it over here. So in this section, simply paste the shortcode that you had copied over there and press enter or click on submit, update. And what you will see is this is your entire page that is visible to you. But there are few things which you don't want. For example, these many features. Let me first of all check how it looks. Okay, it is occupying the entire space over here. Now we have username, we have email, we have password. We don't want this email field because we already have this email. So go back here and make the changes. Drop this email, we don't want it. Save the form fields and it should be reflected over here. Now the email tab is not present over here. The only thing we need to do next is change the layout to a boxed layout. As we saw earlier, the box layout looks really brilliant. Select it, update it, and it will look something like this. Now this looks pretty much better. Okay, the only thing that is drawing my attention is the text of the video. I don't want any text in the background. So what I can do is I can simply, first of all, let me just refresh this page once. Okay, go to this section. Yeah, what I want is I don't want this text. As you can see, the text is present in the very beginning of the video. So what you can do is go to style, go to this video and start time. You can change the start time to somewhere around 30 seconds or so and have a look once. Now you can see that there is no text present over here. Okay, again, let me change the layout. I think the previous one was better, that is 60/40. Make it 60 and update it. We need to keep on doing certain things here and there. We need to keep on trial and error, and then only you will get some perfect answers. Now this is looking pretty well. Enroll in a course, apply for instructor. A little margin or little padding towards the end would be better. So let me select this, go to advanced, and I can give a little padding from the right end. Or I can try with the margin also. Yeah, margin is also looking better. And then update it. Okay, so now it is looking really good. The only thing is I can change the background color. Okay, so what I can do is I can go to this second section, the second column over here, select it, go to style, go to background and give a color. Our favorite color, this one is pretty fine. Go to the color section, enter the color over here, and that's it. Let's see how it looks. Update it and go back to this section. Refresh it. This is how it looks, but I'm not sure. I'm not pretty sure with this. It is not looking exactly like this. So I need to add a little bit of margin, little bit of padding here and there to make it look like that. I can add a little bit of margins from this end. Can reduce it to 30 or 35. 30 is fine. Let's add a little margin, a little padding. Yeah, now it is looking better. What I can do is I can change the color of the questions or the headers or the basic questions over here. So what I can do is I can go to style, change the text color to black, and this is pretty much it. It is looking better, right? So if I refresh this page, this is how it looks now. It is much better than what it used to look before. So we are almost at the end of designing this web page. Let me check what else is remaining. I guess we are having this popular courses left. It is very simple. What you need to do is go to the Elementor section. First of all, add one row. Make sure this row is stretched fully, and then go to this section. Search for an option called as Vibe Grid. Yeah, this is the one. Just pick it up and drop it over here. Now, what exactly you want is you want to display your courses. So it would be recently published course types. Show grid title. No, I don't want grid title. Featured style could be this course 3. Yeah, this is looking good. Course 4 or course 5. You can just play around. I guess course 2 and course 3 are looking good. Yeah, this is course 3. Grid masonry layout. No, I don't want that. 4 columns in full. I want 3 columns in full width. Okay. Next, total number of blocks in the grid. I can have 3 blocks, so 3 courses can be visible. The only thing is, again, stretch this section. This is now looking good. Only thing is the post type has to be courses, because now I want my courses to be visible and not my other posts. So this is the first course which is visible, WordPress tips and tricks. And let me check what was the course type in the demo website, and then I can change it accordingly. So in this website, I guess the course was course 5. Okay, so let's select this course 5, and we can keep on changing it later on. So course 5 was selected. Okay, we are not having any thumbnail for that course, that is why it is not visible. I will add some thumbnails and then we will check it out. And I guess that's it. Update the page. Fine. So let me go back to the course from the LMS section. Let me go back to my backend, and let me go back to these courses. Yeah, this is the course. If I wish to have a thumbnail for it, featured image, yeah, so I would be selecting this one, for example. So if I select this will be the featured image for that course. And now the image should be visible over here. If I refresh this page, let's see how it looks. And as you can see, this is our course. So I guess the heading is missing. We can add the heading. You can simply go to the heading and add one heading over here, our popular courses. That's it. Very simple. Okay. And what you can do is you can add the colors. So let me keep it a 2-word heading so that the colors will match accordingly. I will keep it black, and secondly, the second color obviously is our pink color. I will keep the font as salsa, and the size is 52. Fine. Just keep it center aligned, and then add our CSS, that is span style is equal to color, and then copy this color. These are few things which are going to be repeated throughout, and then end this span tag. Fine. So we are done with this. Now the image should be visible. Just reload this page and you would be able to see the image, the featured image of that course. So reload this page. Popular courses should be visible over here. Yeah, and this is the first course that is available. Now let me show you one thing I missed actually during this entire video. Actually, it becomes a little trickier for us to create such long videos. You might end up forgetting something here or there. So what you need to do is you need to add one plugin. For example, let me go back. This is a free plugin, obviously. Go to plugins and add a plugin which is called as post duplicator. Post duplicator. This one. What it does is, obviously the name signifies it duplicates the post or creates copies of multiple posts. So for this demo purpose, I would be copying all the courses which are already available, and I would be dividing them into various categories. So just to keep our work simple, we can simply copy the various courses available, activate that, and go to the courses page. Okay, the plugin is activated, so now go to all courses, and the very next thing is you can now simply click on this duplicate course and the course will be created. You can go to the WordPress tips and tricks. This is the duplicate one. You can change the name, for example, ethical hacking from scratch. Obviously you need to change the image also, but I am not doing it right now. I'm just doing it for demo purpose, ethical hacking from scratch, right? And you can change the category from here as cyber security, clear, and then select update. Obviously the website URL also will get changed because this time this is ethical hacking and not WordPress, so change that also, otherwise it will point to the same post again and again. So now it has got changed to ethical hacking, update it once again. So go back to the courses page, reload it, and now you can see the change. Similarly, if you reload this page, you should be able to see the second course also. Let me add one more course just for the balance purpose, to make the website look better. Again, duplicate the course, and this time it could be machine learning from scratch. Make changes over here also, add machine learning, press OK and update it. Go back to this page, reload it. This is how it should look. I just forgot to change the category, so you can change the category over here. Is it fine? So we are now having these courses over here, and the various categories also should be displayed somewhere above here. Yeah, these are the categories. So if I go to website development, I should be able to see this course, WordPress tips and tricks. If I go to this website, that is this category, that is cybersecurity, I should be able to see ethical hacking from scratch. And if I go to this category, that is that is this AI ML, I should be able to see this from scratch, right? So this is how we can add these many things with the help of few free plugins. So I guess we have reached the end of this designing phase. We are still left with the footers, so I would simply start with the footer this time. Let me show you this website, that is the demo website. It is having something over here at the bottom, which is the footer 1, and followed by the copyright section. So it is very simple to create a footer. What you need to do is simply copy this text first. Okay, now go back to your home page, dashboard, go back to appearances and go to widgets. Inside widgets, you can see something like this, top footer sidebar. So what you can do is, we can search for something like a text. So search for a text over here, a text widget. If you can see it, yeah, this text widget, you can now click on it and assign it to the top footer sidebar. Click on this and you can see that it has now been attached to this. Now I can write something as a heading. For example, if you see this, it is WordPress LMS. You can copy the same thing over here just to create a semblance, just to keep a parity. Paste the entire content over there and save. Let me check whether it is done or not. Simply refresh this page. Yes, you can see this is the first section of your footer. So I guess this content again is not needed, this WordPress LMS. So save it and refresh the page. You are done with the first footer element. In the same fashion, you need to work around with the second footer element, but this time it is categories, or what you can say, course categories. So repeat the same thing. This time search for a categories widget or a course categories. Yeah, we can see a course categories widget over here. Again, send it to top footer sidebar, add widget. Now it gets added over here. Now you can do some changes, for example, order by name, etc., descending order, and press done. So quickly, let's refresh the page and it should be visible. Yes, there are three categories visible over here because we have courses in the three categories only. I have only created three courses, so those courses are sorted according to the categories. Next up, we are having a section such as latest courses. So what you can do is you can search for a widget recent posts, okay, or recent courses. If you find something like that, try to find something like recent posts, recent comments, recent viewed products. What you can do is you can select this as recent posts and again send it to top footer sidebar. This may act like a blog, so you can give the heading as recent posts only. So you can also uh, send some blog articles along with the courses. So number of posts to show, maximum 5. Save it and done. And the last thing left is this section, that is subscription form. For that to happen, you need to have a plugin called as MailChimp. So first of all, let me refresh this and show it to you how it looks. Okay, it is pretty well till now. Now for the last section, you need a plugin called as MailChimp. Let me show it to you. Go to your plugin section, add a plugin. What MailChimp does is MailChimp basically creates your newsletter or a mailing list so that whenever you wish to send some mails to your subscribers, you can do that with ease. So this is the plugin which you need to install, MailChimp for WordPress. Let it install, activate that, and then we will come back. Okay, so we have activated the MailChimp plugin. It should be visible somewhere over here. Yeah, this is the MailChimp plugin. Go to MailChimp, click on this MailChimp tab. Now what we need to do is similar to what the payment gateways look like, we need some sort of an API key. Now this is all free, don't worry. So how to get the API key? There is a link which will point you to the MailChimp website. This is the MailChimp website. You can create your free account over there using any account, for example, Gmail or any other email service. And once you are done with the account, you simply need to click your profile, go to account, and there you will see extras. Go to the extras, click on API keys, and you will see your API key over here. Just copy the API key and come back to your dashboard and paste that API key over here and save changes. Once you're done with this, you are almost complete with your process. The only thing remaining is you need to create some forms. So to create a form, what you need to do is you need to click on the MailChimp plugin over here and go to form. Give the form a title, for example, subscription, and press enter. So this is how your form will look like. I only need the email address of my customers or my students, so I will simply keep it as simple as this looks like. Copy the shortcode from here. The shortcode is present over here. Just copy the shortcode, and now what you need to do is now go to the widgets section, that is appearance and widgets. You have already copied the shortcode. Again, try to find the text bar, the text widget. This is where the text widget should be. Yeah, the text widget is present over here. Again, directed to the top footer sidebar. So what we are doing is we are simply now sending the MailChimp shortcode over here, and you can give a heading as subscribe subscribers or subscribe to us. Clear? Then press save and done. Now quickly reload the page and let's see how it looks like. This is how we wanted it to look like. It's Very brilliant, right? So now we have almost set up this footer one, that is a top footer. We don't need the bottom footer. As you can see, this is how your demo website looks like. So we don't want the bottom footer. So for that purpose, what you can do is, you already have this customize page ready. You can again go to the customize section and go to the footer, and you can have a single footer sidebar, and that's it. If you enable it and reload the page, you will see that this particular bottom footer will be vanished. As you can see, it has vanished. Now it's time to add some colors to the footer. We would like the footer to look something like this, so we can keep it white, right? So what we can do is, we can again go to customize footer background color and then set it to be somewhere around white. Okay, publish it, and uh, let's see how it looks like, because it is now white. So the footer won't be visible because the text is all white. So we need to change the text color also. For that to happen, you need to change the footer text color from white to black. Or what you can do is, you can set the color to our favorite pink color over here and set it to this. Now publish. Go to our page, reload it, and this should look like this. Obviously the categories are links, so they are not visible. uh, so let me check what was present over here. Yeah, recent posts are also links, so they are not visible. So it's better to keep it black. So along with you, I am also learning it side by side. I have created this page a number of times, but still I am learning few things whenever I'm creating it once again. So that is what learning is all about. You keep on learning. There is no particular age for learning, right? So publish it, and then reload it once again. And this is, I guess there is some issue. Footer background color, footer heading color, footer. Okay, the headings. I forgot to change the color of the headings. Now it should be visible. Yeah. Now it is visible, and you can see it is quite prominent. Rest, only this much part is left. We can add the copyright things over here. So for that to happen, you need to go to WPLMS, that is over here, and go to footer section. Over here, you can scroll down to this copyright text over here, and you can write anything you wish. For example, copyright owned by, you can add your website over here. Let me add my website. It is learnityourway.com. And the same I wish to be displayed as a text also. So copy it and paste it over here. I guess I messed up the link. Okay, let me add the link once again. Okay, this is fine now. All rights reserved. Fine. So let's save the changes and reload the page, and you will have something like this. Okay, now it's a few minor things remaining, for example the logo and all. So again, for that to happen, go back to your WPLMS, go to your header section. You can add your logo over here. For example, uh, let me browse and upload my logo. Yeah, this is the logo. Copy it, that is upload it and select it. So that's it. Upload logo for mobile, the same logo. So you can use the same logo, browse for it and upload it. Similarly, you can do some changes over here, but first of all save it and then load your page and see how it looks like. Now you can see somewhere I saw that, yeah, here the logo has changed, but when I scroll it, the logo remains the same. So there is some default logo still present over here. We need to remove that. Over here, yeah, alternate logo. So browse it and select this one again and save it. Now let's see. Yeah, now you can see whenever I'm browsing, scrolling, then also the logo remains the same. This top bar is going to create some sort of nuisance because it blocks the view. And on top of that, whenever the students or the instructors log into your website, this top bar is visible to them also. So in short, they can get access to your backend. So to avoid that, we need to do certain changes. What you need to do is you need to go to this buddy press option and hide the admin WP admin bar for everyone. Okay, so the students, or you can keep it for the admin. The students and instructors won't be able to see the admin bar. Similarly, WP admin area access to the administrators only. And now save it. Okay, if I change it to everyone, even I won't be able to see it, but that will be a problem for the admin. So I am keeping it for the time being. So this is how you can hide the admin panel. So right now we have done almost everything in the website. Just we need to change the footer color over here. So what we can do is at present the footer is black, so I can change the footer color. Go to the footer, and the logo has to be changed again over here also. So go to browse, select your logo and save it. Now there are some cosmetic changes over here. So go to customize and you can change the footer color. For example, as you can see, once reload the page, and then you can start working on the footer as well as header colors. So what you can do is, the logo is not visible because the footer is black and the logo is also black. So you can go to the footer section over here and select the bottom footer background color. You can now select our favorite color, because now pink will look pretty good over here, and paste it. So as you can see, it is looking quite brilliant. Similarly, you need to change the header section also, the header color also. In the demo website, I have kept the header as white. We can stick with that because black on top of white will look brilliant. So header top fixed background color could be kept as white. Publish it and let's check how it looks. As you can see, it is white now. When I scroll it, it becomes white. So I would like to keep it white throughout, and the footer also has changed. So let's keep it white throughout. So for that to happen, the header background color also needs to be changed to white. So let's select this and keep it white. Publish it. The only thing now creating a problem is this menu and this writing over here. So we need to change that to black color. For example, header text. This needs to be black in color. Similarly, the menu can be changed to black color, but right now we don't have any menus set up. So what happens is we need to create a menu first, and then only the menu will be displayed over here. So for that to happen, let's see what we can do. Simply go to your dashboard, that is, go to your LMS settings and go to appearance and menus. Create a new menu from here. Okay, give it a name, for example new menu, and create menu. Now if you check this particular website we are having in front of us, the menu consists of home, all courses, become an instructor, and logout. So what you can do is you can go to your menu. First of all, home web page you can add. Just click on view all, simply add home. Then next is all courses, so you can select this all courses page, and the next link is become an instructor. For inserting the become an instructor thing over here, you need to create a custom link, or you can go with this register page. Let me add them to the menu. So at this moment, home, all courses, and register is visible, but we would like this to be shown as become an instructor. So I can simply write as become an instructor. Let's see how it looks. Save the menu and refresh the page. I'm duplicating the page over here. Kindly refresh it, and this is how it will look like. Yeah, I have not set the menu where it should be displayed. So for that to happen, you need to select the location where this menu should be displayed. So click on main menu, top menu, mobile menu, wherever menu is possible, select the same. Top menu for instructors, top menu for students. In fact, I don't need the top menu. I would require the main menu. Main menu for students, main menu for instructor, and this should be all. And the footer menu also. Save it and quickly refresh the page, and as you can see, home is visible, all courses is visible, become an instructor is visible, and this will uh, actually go to the registration page. But as I'm already logged in, this is not visible. So let me quickly go back to the incognito mode. Let me log out and then click on this become an instructor. As you can see, it is redirecting me to the registration page. So all these pages are set up. Only thing left is we require one more button, for example this logout button. So what I can do is I can simply go to this WooCommerce endpoint and select this logout button. It will be added here. Now one more thing left is, if you see, all courses consist of all the categories, but in this case we don't have categories mentioned over here. This category is totally different because what we see over here is course category. So for that to be displayed over here, we need to do a certain change. Simply scroll up, go to screen options, and then tick course categories. It is by default not visible. So just check where course category is present. Yeah, here it is, and tick it or check it, and hence now you can see that course categories are visible. You can select all the course categories, add to the menu, and simply drag them just beneath all courses. It just creates a child node. So all courses is the parent node and these are the child nodes. Now save the menu, go back to your website, refresh it, and you should be able to see all the course menus. Yes, fine. So I can see that we have completed almost everything present on the dashboard. Testimonials are also, sorry, this should be our instructors. Need to make a change over here. And then this section, and then this popular courses section, and finally the footer. So let's quickly make this change. Edit with Elementor. This is actually our instructors, right? So need to make a change over here. This is our instructors. Fine. So this is done. Now what else is left? Any idea? We have almost completed all the website. We have created the footer, we have added the headers, we have added the menu bars also. Two things are left, in fact three things. First is we need to add the payment gateway, the most important thing, because if you wish to sell your courses to your students or to any of the clients, you need some sort of payment gateway. And for that, if you remember, we had initially set up the WooCommerce. Again, we need to go there, we need to set up our payment method. So for that, click on setup payments. By default, PayPal is present. If you are having a PayPal account, then you simply need to add your credentials over here and it will be linked. If you are having your Stripe account, you can do so, or otherwise if you wish to make payments using UPI, what you can do is you can add a plugin. For example, go to plugin section, add new. If you want to keep it simple, you can use this UPI for WooCommerce. This is one more plugin. I have been using it. You can install it and you can use this plugin for accepting payments. Let me show it to you how exactly you're going to accept the payments. Activate that. Okay, first of all, go to WooCommerce section, go to setup payments, set up your WooCommerce Stripe account by default. You should be having a Stripe account, and then only you would be able to accept payments from the Stripe account, right? You need to connect to your Stripe account. It will ask you for your login credentials. Connect using the Stripe account, right? So for that to happen, what you need to do is you need to go to settings, go to payments, and inside payments you will see that now the UPI QR code and Stripe account is selected. So simply drag them over here because these would be my payment of choice. So if you are having a Stripe account, you can simply go to your this particular section, and you should uh, copy paste your publishable API keys. API keys are very simple. You simply need to go to Stripe account, and there would be an option to select create API keys, and once you get those API keys you need to paste it over here and you will link this account with your Stripe account. That's it. So we are done with the payment gateway setup also. What else is remaining? One thing left is designing the sidebar, because if you see over here, if I click on this all courses tab, it looks somewhat like this. It is not at all appealing. So we need to make changes over here. How we can do so? Simply go to customize. Inside customize, go to layouts, and inside layouts there is an option of directory layout. Select content from the directory layout, and now you will be able to see a brilliant looking sidebar on the left hand side, which basically consists of multiple filters, and based on the result of the filters the courses will be filtered out and shown to you. So that's how we can add brilliant looking sidebars to the website. So we have almost come to an end. The only thing left is a dashboard. What about the dashboard of the instructor? If you see over here, this is how the dashboard of the instructor looks like. Let me log in and show it to you. Right, so this is how the dashboard of the instructor looks like. It is having an empty dashboard, so we need to add something to it. So for that purpose what we can do is we can simply go back to our widgets section, and over here there is one option known as instructor sidebar. So what we can do is we can populate this instructor sidebar with some dashboard items. So you need to search for some dashboard instructor stats. Over here, dashboard instructor modules or dashboard instructor stats, something of that sort. Yeah, this is I guess, yeah, dashboard instructor statistics. I want this to be displayed on the instructor sidebar, so simply select that, add the widget to the sidebar, and this is how it will look like. Now what sort of statistics you wish, you can keep the size of the statistics to be 1/4 and save it. Now what happens is, this is the sidebar, this is the title for the statistics window. Okay, now let me refresh it and show you how it looks like. These are the statistics of the instructor. This is basically how many courses are sold, what is the average of that particular course, and so on. Similarly, we can add something more to it. For example, instructor simple stats, dashboard instructor simple stats. Yeah, you can select this, and this will go to the instructor panel, instructor side board over here. So what you can see is you can add n number of statistics. For example, number of students, number of badges, number of assignments. I can select one such thing as number of courses, and the size could be 1/2. Save it on top of the previous statistics bar, and let's refresh this and see how it looks like. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. So it tries to accommodate all the various statistics and all the various widgets under that particular area. So it tries to accommodate all the widgets in that available area. So this is not looking nice, so I can remove this. So basically, depending upon what looks nice on the dashboard, you can add that. I'm deleting this instructor statistics because, as you can see, there are already some stats mentioned over here. For example, manage courses, manage students, how many students have enrolled to it. You will automatically get all the details from this particular section. So you don't need that elaborate statistics on the dashboard, right? So you can have something like this, for example, how many courses you are instructing, something which will give a basic summary. So again, go for dashboard simple statistics, dashboard instructor simple stats. Again, use it and add one more widget to it. This could be your what you can say, number of questions or number of units. This could be your earnings, for example, WooCommerce earnings, and save. Now let's see how it looks. If I refresh this, this is how it will look like. Free courses instructing and total commission earned. On this note, I can proudly say that we have come to the conclusion of this particular website tutorial on how to create LMS websites in WordPress from scratch. We have seen how to use paid as well as free plugins and themes to create such stunning websites. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you and you have learned something out of it. Because it requires a lot of efforts to come out with these sort of tutorials, because we need to speak for continuously 3 to 4 hours and then keep on editing those videos. It takes a lot of time. So if you have not yet visited my website, kindly go and check my website. You can download the Elementor Pro plugin, and if you are also interested in purchasing this complete website from me, you can visit my website. It's mentioned in the description box. You can purchase it from there and make necessary changes according to your projects. So thanks a lot for staying with me for so long. I hope I was able to make you learn something out of it, and I hope in the future you will be creating such stunning websites for you and for your clients as well. If you have any comments, any suggestions, you can kindly drop them in the comment section. And if you have not yet subscribed yet to the channel, kindly do so. Share it with your friends, your colleagues, and make this channel popular. Thanks a lot. That is the motivation which will help me bring out more contents in the future as well. Stay tuned. God bless you.